This happened to me today, and I downloaded this app called Randonautica. Randonautica is an app that gives you coordinates to explore. So I downloaded this app, and one location was 10 minutes down the road from where I live. I get to the house, and I don't know if he was trying to kidnap me, but signs point to it. I was at this house, and I looked around the front yard. I then heard a vehicle in the distance, so I then looked through the cracks of the trees in front of the yard, and let me tell ya, I saw this white van and guy looked to be in his 20s and probably was from 5'6" to 6 foot tall. So the first time he passed the house, I thought maybe he lived around the area and didn't think anything of it. But a few minutes later he comes back, so then my fight or flight response kicked in, and I ran the hell away from the house. If you ever want to use Randonautica, you should always have a group of friends with you no matter what. Now, I am a female, about 5'2", and a bit in the heavier side, so I just hope that his intentions weren't what I thought they were. Give me your thoughts if you actually think he was going to kidnap me or not, because right now I am not entirely sure. First time trying this out. Don't think I'll do it again alone. First time I manifested interesting and was taken to this spot where there were multiple blue barrels, a bunch of boxes and bags tied up. Didn't go and look through them, but thought it was a little weird. The second time I manifested wealth. The spot it took me to, there was a sketchy looking car parked beside the entrance where I was being told to go, and the car was the only one parked there, and I couldn't shake the feeling I was being watched. I was right. I walked past and started feeling uncomfortable, and a guy who was in the car kept looking out the window, staring at me after I had passed, and seemed to be taking photos of me. I waited further away for roughly 15 minutes, and this guy still stayed staring at me. Then I walked further up and around out of sight, but enough so I could still see him, but he couldn't see me. After several minutes, he drove away. I waited about 5 minutes after that and decided to walk home. As I'm doing so, then he pulls out of nowhere, driving back up towards me. Then after he passed, did a U-turn and was driving back up again towards me. At this point, I just ran as fast as I could until I found people and stayed close by them. Maybe this was just pure coincidence, but it sure spooked me out a little bit. I would like to try it again, but I don't think I will be going alone this time. I should preface this by saying I'm a brand new Reddit user entirely. I created this account so I could share this particular experience with you all, because it's honestly got me a little freaked out. Yesterday I watched a YouTube video about how strange the Randonautica app is, and it got me equal parts creeped out and intrigued. So I downloaded the app and had it give me 2 locations. I didn't really have a clear intention other than take me on an adventure. The first of the 2 locations was not even a mile from my house, in sort of an industrial park area. The second was in a residential area a couple miles away and was somebody's front yard, so I didn't even mess with that. Well, this morning I went to go check out the first location since it was on my way to kayaking excursion, and what I found was, well, quite disturbing. Despite the location being less than a mile from my house, I never have been there because, as I said, it's in sort of a newly developed industrial park type of area. but it was easy to follow a couple of short roads. Where the pavement of the road ends, it became a dirt road. About 50 feet after the pavement ends, the dirt road went in a few directions. I turned right, and just after that, the turn was a weird scene. On the right, along the side of the road and into the brush, were a bunch of what looked like kids' clothes, including Mickey Mouse pants, some jeans, a pink shirt of some kind, strewn about with some garbage. Almost looked like someone had dumped a bunch of trash from their car. Looking past the heap and into the bushes, about 10 feet was a large black plastic tarp bag. Something I didn't dare to touch it, but took one step into the bushes to get a closer look, and it looked like something that maybe could have been used as a shelter or lean-to maybe. Directly opposite this scene, across the dirt path, maybe 15 feet or so, was a rolled up red area rug to the left, and about 8 feet to the right of that, just inside the bushes, there was a small black suitcase. I was freaked out. I didn't want to mess with that either, so I think anyone who's looked into this app knows all too well about the story of the kids in Seattle who found that washed up suitcase with the body in it. So of course, that is the first place my mind went to. I will say there were no odd smells or anything like that, but just a weird vibe about the place. I might go back again soon to investigate more, but wow, quite a thing for it being my first time ever using the app. Interested to hear your feedback on this.